What if the world around you isn't what it seems? What if your sense of reality is just a best guess, pieced together by your brain like a puzzle with missing pieces? From the pixels of your vision to the sound of your own thoughts, everything you perceive is filtered, constructed, and often an illusion. But if we can't trust our perception, what is real? And what does science say about the nature of consciousness and the possibility that reality itself might be a simulation? Let's dive into a strange science of perception, an even stranger idea that reality might not be real. Reality feels solid, consistent and stable, but your brain isn't receiving the world directly, it's interpreting signals like light, sound, vibration, and reconstructing them into a version of reality. Take your eyes, for example. They don't record a full 360-degree panorama, they just scan fragments, and your brain fills in the rest, often guessing what's most likely based on your past experiences. This process is called predictive processing, a theory that says your brain is more prediction machine than passive observer. And sometimes those predictions are wrong. Ever seen a shadow in the dark and thought it was a person? That's your brain leaning too hard on a prediction. So if what we experience is just the brain's best estimate, how close are we really to the truth? So let's take things a little further, down to the quantum level. In quantum mechanics, particles exist in a state of probability until they're observed. It's called the observer effect, and it's led some to argue that observation and awareness might literally shape reality. And I know that sounds wild, but experiments like the double slit test show that particles behave differently depending on whether they're being watched or whether they're not. It's not proof that consciousness creates the universe, but it does force us to question how objective reality really is. And here's where things get even stranger. If what we experience is constructed in the brain, and if the universe behaves unpredictably at its most fundamental level, how do we know that it isn't all simulated? That's the heart of the simulation hypothesis, made popular by Nick Bostrom. This theory goes like this. If advanced civilizations can run perfect simulations of consciousness, then it's statistically likely that we're in one. Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and many physicists have toyed with the idea. Because if reality has a code, rules that never break, it starts to suspiciously look like software. And then there's the strange math behind the universe. From fractals to the fine-tuning of physical constants, it's as if someone or something coded the cosmos. And I have to say, I've looked at the simulation hypothesis, and I do find the theory very compelling. So where does that leave us? Our sense of self, our thoughts, memories, our feelings of being, they're all just products of the brain. But neuroscience has shown how fragile that self can be. In split brain patients, two separate consciousnesses emerge. Under psychedelics, the sense of self can dissolve entirely. Even time can distort, vanish or loop depending on how the brain is functioning. So if you can change based on brain chemistry, who are you really? And if consciousness is adaptable, maybe it isn't bound to one kind of reality at all. Whether we're in a simulation or not, one thing is clear. Reality is not just what's out there, it's what your brain makes it. And in that sense, we all live in a slightly different world. Your version of reality is unique, and it's malleable, and maybe more mysterious than we'll ever truly understand. But hey, maybe that's what makes it real. So, is reality real? Well, here's the strange truth. We might never know. But that doesn't mean we stop asking. If this video bent your brain, hopefully in a good way, check out our other deep dives into time, perception, and the science of being. Subscribe for more mind-bending mysteries, because nothing is quite what it seems.